Hey guys, I'm going to talk about Toy Story 3. A story about toys. Um, it's an average movie, I can tell you that. The story is about the gang again, but this time about another toy. Let me be honest with you. I don't know where this story comes from, but it's pretty much what you expect from people who want to keep this brand alive. I wouldn't even be surprised if they make a fifth movie and it's about literally a trash can trying to find its way home. Oh, wait, that's this movie. So apparently, this movie takes place after Andy gives his toys away to this Randy girl he saw on the street, or yeah, on the street, and then just be like, hey, take my toys and make sure you appreciate them. In this movie, she freaking ignores Andy and just freaking ignores them. She doesn't even bring her toys to school. In fact, I will say these toys get less attention than they ever would if they were in the attic. Let me be honest with you right now. In this movie, Woody has become an overprotected parent because now he's the main toy that pretty much he's like an animal that's trying to protect his territory. Um, so the story itself is about apparently her making a new toy, and then the toy comes alive. I don't know how. I guess anything that literally is proclaimed a toy could be brought alive or become sentient for no reason. It has the name under its leg, even though it doesn't make sense how, because Andy did that. I don't know why she did it. I never seen her do it. Maybe I missed it somewhere. Maybe I'm just dumb. Uh, the movie itself is like generally okay, I guess. The premise is like average. The music's meh. Wasn't that memorable? The only jokes that I really enjoyed were pretty much the conversation between a toy that was in the carnival, pretty much going a bunny and a duck together, that pretty much has this vendetta of murdering people, even though they only want to get a they want to go to a kid. Um, and also for some reason, this toy is apparently wanting to go where it belongs, which is weird. I think it's the same thing like with Buzz, how he wants to go back to space, except Buzz never did this, kind of like to the extent where he pretty much would try his way to get out. It's like one of those inconsistencies, like, oh, this thing he just barely came to life. Why is he now trying to pretend to be a toy? It doesn't make sense. It's weird and it's dumb, but I guess it's just Toy Story logic. I guess. The villain in the story, pretty much somewhat a villain. I actually like this person, or the character herself. She pretty much redeems. She pretty much redeems herself, or not redeem herself. She pretty much justify all her actions. She wasn't really a villain per se. She was more of like a person that actually spoke to the other toys and actually did stuff. So if anything, I'm gonna go on a spoil talk. If you don't want to watch the video, just click off the video. My rating is like a 5 out of 10, and at the end I'll tell you why. But if you want, just go watch the movie, I guess. But well, I'm gonna just say it now. 3, 2, 1, go. The villain, if you can even call her that, was pretty much your average Joe who pretty much didn't have, like, she didn't have a child. She pretty much was rejected because her voice box, she was insecure. And I gotta say, it's kind of funny that the other two villains from the other movies, the bear and the old man, or basically old toys, were just bitter and pretty much are evil. In this scenario, she pretty much just talked to everyone and just was being respectful. And it's like, I never understood why she was like, they were so like calling her like a bad person. I think it's even more questionable because Woody's love interest was like, oh yeah, I was just thrown away, I guess, and now she's in this random park in this random place in the trip. Oh yeah, this becomes a road trip movie for some reason. So, if anything, even though it's a road trip movie, it's not really a road trip movie. I guess it's kind of hard to explain most of it. The movie itself is like whatever. The villain's like whatever. I don't really have that much feeling towards this movie. It's kind of eh. What do you expect, right? It's just a movie. Um, would I recommend it? No. If anything, you should probably just stop watching. If you pretty much, if I were to rate the story Toy Story movie, it would be, 2, 1, 4, 3, pretty much. Um, like best to worst, and the movies itself is what you get. It's what you would expect, and overall, I don't know what else to say about it. It's pretty much what it is. It's just a continuation of a story that ended, and now it's not ended. Now it's ended because let's be honest, were they gonna make a Toy Story 5? They're gonna continue with the girl again, and the toys are just leaving, and then pretty much be like, the mom's like, "Remember when you had all these toys? Whatever happened to them?" She's like, "I don't know. They just left for some reason." Um, Overall, I guess you wouldn't expect much from this movie. The villain itself, like even the villain itself, turned out to be a good guy. At least it wasn't a recycle from 2 and 3, because a villain or an old toy that's bitter because they got abandoned from their owner, and that sense. If anything, would I say, would you watch this movie? If you watch the other ones and you watch the third one, I would say just probably ignore this one because it's pretty much just pointless and has nothing to add to this, like to the Toy Story storyline. If anything, but if you do plan to watch it, just don't expect anything great from it because it's not great or bad, or it's not that great or that bad. So you wouldn't really expect much from it overall. So it, like I say, like I said before, 5 out of 10. All right, bye.